Welcome to the Prince Makai channel. It's your boy Prince Makai, and I'm back with another video.
I'm back, bitches.
Today I want to talk about three topics. I want to talk about Nolan, the Nolan boy that went missing and then they found him. I also want to talk about Rihanna popping out at Jay-Z's concert. And then I want to talk about the fact that I would never do fighting shows. I would never be on like shows like Bad Boys, or I would never be on networks like Zeus Network and Now That's TV. Never! So let's talk about it.
I know.
Quit coming for me!
I know, but no one's
Leave me
coming for you.
alone!
Listen, I give you what you give me. I'm either a gift or a curse. You pick which one you want from me.
First, I want to talk about Nolan. I believe his name is Nolan Wells, and he was a boy that went missing 4th of July, I believe, and they found his body, I think, recently too.
The 18-year-old student athlete whose body was recovered last week near a Gulf Coast island, where he was last seen on July 4th on a 4th of July trip with friends.
Very, very sad situation. This is something that I fear all the time happening to me. And I actually had a friend that I had a little falling out with, and one time we were driving in the car. This was last year after we already, made up and went out to eat and stuff. And he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like my family was like, bring him over to the crib and we gonna do something like on some setup shit. He was like, but I didn't do it because obviously I care about you, and what happened between us, I didn't want to do that to you. So I was like, that's scary to me.
That's scary to me.
It's like, damn, like what if he, I had no knowledge and I just went went over to his crib or whatever the case may be, and I would have got jumped or something would have happened to me. And I have been in situations where I could have been Nolan, so that scares me even more.
I don't like that feeling.
Thank the universe that I'm still here and nothing like that has ever happened to me. And just keep the family in good spirits. The boy seemed like he really had a good head on the shoulders and seemed very bright and obviously well liked and popular. So things like that I haven't really looked too deep into the case or the situation, but I could just tell that it was jealousy. It was jealousy. I feel like a lot of that, not to get all political, but I do feel like, the black man is the most envied, and to me, this was a total setup, obviously.
It was a setup. Nothing beats an ambush.
I even remember when the Kanika Jenkins situation had happened, and I was 18 years old when that happened, and I was frightened. And for a while, I didn't want to go to hotels, hotel parties. I didn't want to go, because I'm afraid that something like that could happen to me. Setup culture is real, and rest in peace to that boy. And I hope justice is served. Anyways, let's talk about Rihanna popping out at the Jay-Z concert. Let me tell you, people were so surprised, right? When they were like, Rihanna popped out. First of all, this is Jay-Z.
I'm gonna say it one time and one time only.
This is a living hip-hop, rap, legend, musical icon.
Today, Jay-Z is one of the most renowned artists in history and an embodiment of the American dream.
Jay-Z is one of the greatest of all time. So, of course, he is able to bring his protege, someone that he signed. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't know who she is, Rihanna. And, of course, she's going to pop out for him because he's done so much for her career. And they're like family. So a lot of people are just really shocked. Like, he was able to get her on stage and pull her as if he's like some nobody. Like, this is Jay fucking Z.
Stop acting dumb. Stop that.
Dumb?
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time she's popped out to perform since the Super Bowl, I believe. So, and she looks fucking amazing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Looking better than girls 15 years younger than her. Rihanna's a bad bitch. I'm sorry, Rihanna will forever be one of the baddest in the game. She's a legend, and Rihanna can do no wrong in my eyes. She's fucking amazing. And next, I want to talk about the fact that I would never, ever do shows like Bad Boys Club. I would never on Zeus Network. Or I wouldn't even do any shows on Zeus Network or Now That's TV or any of these other like bootlegged ones that try to copy them.
And I'm not gonna do it.
Maybe if it was like a dating show, if I'm ever single, I would do something like that. But I would be the one like I would try to get famous and get my clout up first, and then I will be the one that they obviously, like For the Love of Ray J and Flavor of Love, I will be the one that they're fighting, for their love. But I don't know. I'm just at a point in my life where I don't want to be on a show sacrificing my face, my body, and my mental health for a check.
What am I, stupid?
I'm just not that thirsty for it. Maybe 5 years ago I would have done it, but now it's not worth it. Being on those kind of networks is a blessing and a curse because, and don't get me wrong, like, shout out to them, shout out to Natalie Nunn, Lemmy Plummer, shout out to whoever owns Now That's TV. They're getting to a bag, they're making millions. Congratulations, I'm not a hater like that.
I don't hate like that.
And I've watched some of the shows, but when you're on these shows, it's a blessing and a curse because that's all you're going to be known for and that's all you're going to be relevant for. I've seen people try to do other things outside the show. It failed because no one's really interested, or companies don't want to sign them, agencies don't want to sign them, endorsement deals don't want to, they can't really do anything else outside of that. And that's the curse about reality TV. Reality TV, you can't really progress outside of it because you're stuck in that box, and then they see your reputation, they see what you do on the show, they see what you're known for. For example, I like Taseki. I like her voice. I think she can sing. She's very talented. But I just feel bad for her sometimes because I know that because of her reputation on the show, I don't really think she's ever going to make it big in music if she even wants to do that because the fact that she's been on baddies, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of stunts your growth in life.
It's really disappointing.
I've seen plenty of people on reality TV put out music and no one's really streaming it because all you are is a character on the show.
You are a bobblehead bitch who is good for TV.
And that's all they want to see you do. They don't want to see you on a spinoff of your own shit. They don't want to buy any products from you. They don't want to listen to a podcast. They don't want to do any of that because they just want to see you on that show. You're just as big as you are on the show. Another person, Ant from Now That's TV, if anybody knows who he is, shout out to him. But I even seen a video when he said recently, like, he's not going to ever leave Now That's TV. They pay him good money and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, leave for your safety. Like, and I like Ant from what I've seen, but it's like my New York brother, CT to NY, I'm giving you some real advice. Like, is it really worth you? I ain't gonna lie, he be getting tore the fuck up on that show. Not saying he can't fight, and not saying he lost every fight. From what I've seen, they be tearing his ass up. Is it really worth you getting beat up? And fighting can lead to death. I don't care what nobody says. That's a fact. You never know what can happen when you get into a fight. That one fatal hit or that one fatal blow, if you get jumped, whatever the case may be, people take it too far, whatever, you can die from that shit. And I just don't think shows like that is worth putting your life at risk.
I do think these kind of things it's really bad. I don't really like this kind of thing.
Especially at the age that he is, like, and he looks good for his age, and he looks young for his age, but it's like 32 or something like that, and you're still, fighting on these shows.
Too old to be fighting in a room with
all over the internet, and that shit is going to stay forever. To me, it's just not worth it. Where I'm at in my life now, I don't want to be on social media arguing with people. I don't want to be on these shows fighting people that I barely know, but because it's good for TV, I'm going to fight them, creating fake beefs or even real beefs. I don't want to be on there embarrassing myself. I want to be on TV for my talent. And if it's not that, I don't want to embarrass myself or embarrass my parents. Because you are trapped, you're never going to really leave because you need the money as well. Like, no offense, but Rolly from Now That's TV, and I like Rolly. Every season she says she's leaving baddies. She's leaving baddies. She's leaving Zeus. And then she comes back. She comes back.
I quit. I definitely quit.
I don't care about how much money you can get by me. I'm not doing another season of that show.
It's a wrap.
And some of them even will go away for a season and come back because they need these shows, because these shows are their livelihood. And I don't really think they are going to be successful in doing anything else. The only people that have ever been successful at doing anything else outside of reality TV and actually got big and just turned into a superstar is Cardi B.
That's the best way to do it.
Even K Michelle had to come back to reality TV. So at the end of the day, it's just not worth it to me. And I would never do shows like that. But like I said, I support it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get to the bag, get to your money. And like I said, I've watched some of the shows, but I just don't think it's also very low vibrational. I'm at a point in my life, I just don't want any negative energy around me. And I'm not that thirsty to be famous like I was before.
I'm no professor, no psychiatrist, but I do know that that's just not what I'm here for.
But anyway.
This is the Prince Makai channel. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace.